guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing great. In today's video, in tonight's video, because I'm actually recording at night. I never ever record at night, but I am today. And so in tonight's video, I'm going to be reading you guys a couple chapters from How to Be Resilient. Learn how to completely develop your ability to recover quickly and to successfully overcome life challenges so that you can attain your dream life. This book was given to my dad, and he recently gave it to me. And so I actually have read this book, and it really did help me. I don't want to get emotional, but it really did help me. And it's not, I can honestly say that I'm dealing better with life's hardships and life difficulties because of just reading this, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get straight into it. I'm sorry if you can hear, this is not like the most ideal situations for me to like record in, honestly, but it is what it is. So let's get straight into it. What is resilience? Simply put, resilience is a capability to get better from life's hardships, emotionally taxing circumstances, and demanding occasions. Resilience permits individuals to cultivate, recover, I'm cracking up a storm, and conquer their scenarios rather than letting tough times get the best of them. Without resilience, individuals can rapidly end up being unhappy, overloaded, and fed up with life. Actually, having a little bit of resilience is among the primary reasons why individuals feel overwhelmed by their circumstances, get stressed out at their job, and feel as if they are living a less than ideal life. I am so sorry if you guys can hear that. With this in mind, resilience is essential to conquering any tight spot and living a much better life. So it is important to understand the limits of your own resilience and discover brand new methods to end up being more resilient down the road. Resilience is extremely crucial for one's quality of life. Actually, resilience is among the greatest determiners for one's satisfaction, fulfillment, and development throughout life. For this reason, resilience is necessary for living the most desired life feasible. If you do not work on resilience, you can quickly be put down by any of life's difficulties. That is real as fuck right there. A few of the most typical hardships dealt with in life consist of the following: difficult workplace, altering professions, death of a loved one, divorce, moving, financial problems, raising kids, and more. All of these situations need resilience so as to be more effective than in the past. If you are resilient, you are more probable to recover from these scenarios, despite the fact that they are going to still be difficult when you're experiencing them. Take divorce, for example. If you are undergoing a difficult divorce and are not resilient, you can quickly feel as though your life is breaking down and that there is no point in love. This then is going to ultimately trigger you to feel a lot more distressed by your circumstances and possibly destroy your future relationships. If you are resilient, though, divorce is going to still be challenging. However, you are going to find out how to manage its difficulties and gain from the experience. Consequently, you might discover a much better relationship down the road and stay clear of making identical errors with that partner. Elements of resilience. Although resilience is different for each individual, there are specific elements that most, if not all, resilient individuals share. Here are the most crucial aspects of resilience. Social assistance. Social assistance is among the leading determiners of resilience. Resilient individuals generally have a strong support group comprised of their buddies, loved ones, and community. Reasonable planning. Resilient individuals are reasonable in regard to their capabilities, control, and restrictions. This permits them to make and perform strategies that highlight their strengths and work around their weak points. Confident. Self-confidence is a crucial element of resilient individuals. Resilient individuals understand their capabilities and strengths. Healthy coping systems. Having healthy coping systems is an important element of resilience. Coping systems permit a resilient individual to problem solve through hardships and to conquer difficulties. Strong communication. Resilient individuals have powerful communication capabilities. This enables them to communicate when they require aid in attaining something. Manage feelings. This is this one. This is the one for me. Resilient individuals handle frustrating feelings professionally and healthily. This permits them to acknowledge the feeling without allowing it to conquer them. Can you become resilient? Now, you may be, what if I'm not resilient? Thankfully for you, resilience could be developed. It is not a spot that individuals arrive at or a hereditary predisposition which individuals are born with. Rather, resilience is absolutely nothing more than a journey that is constructed through effort, time, and persistence. There are a variety of resilient building capabilities that may be taught and learned. If you believe you are not resilient, you can break through your present practices to end up being more resilient later on. So as to end up being more resilient, though, you have to be self-aware of your existing bad habits and imperfections and alter them to ensure that they are resilient, driven, and healthier. It is upcoming in the upcoming chapters. We take a look at crucial moments. What's going on? Let me start that over. In the upcoming chapters, we take a look at crucial methods for enhancing your resilience to ensure that you can conquer all difficulties in life. Who is resilience training for? Because everybody deals with hardships in life, anybody can gain from resilience training. From the most resilient to the least resilient individual, resilience training is going to assist you to end up being a greater version of yourself to ensure that you are much better able to handle obstacles later on. Chapter 2, different kinds of resilience. Remarkably, there are 4 kinds of resilience: mental, physical, emotional, and community. Each kind works for various circumstances, suggesting that you are going to utilize particular kinds of resilience to fight particular situations in your life. This permits you to customize the resilience technique for the tight spot you are presently dealing with. Simultaneously, however, it is necessary to keep in mind that a lot of unfavorable scenarios need more than one kind of resilience at a time. Let's take a look at the 4 kinds of resilience. For each resilience kind, we are going to take a look at how each kind impacts significant life issues, short-term issues, and day-to-day issues. Major life issues. Significant life issues are those that have an enduring effect on your life. This may consist of the death of a loved one, incurable disease, job loss, divorce, or anything else which is going to affect your life substantially. Short-term issues. Short-term issues are those that interrupt your everyday life. However, do not last more than a month approximately. Things like influenza, your kids approaching mathematics tests, that's so random to me, I'm sorry, a hard due date at work, or a hard criticism stated by your loved one are all short-term issues. Daily issues. Daily issues are those that we deal with daily. Daily tasks, an irritating colleague, or working out frequently are all day-to-day issues. Daily issues seldom have a substantial effect on your life. Mental resilience. Mental resilience is when you have the ability to think flexibly, plainly, and artistically. In lots of manners, mental resilience is your capability to problem solve, perform tasks, and set goals. Without mental resilience, you may not have the ability to analyze difficult scenarios well. Major life issues. Mental resilience is crucial to recuperating from significant life alterations like the divorce, death of a loved one, or professional change. If you are not mentally resilient, it may be challenging to analyze the discomfort you're feeling and plan how to become healthier and better down the road. Short-term issues. Circumstances like short-term health problems, an approaching due date, or a mad customer are all circumstances of short-term issues that need mental resilience. Mental resilience is going to permit you to get rid of those obstacles by looking at the issue and coming up with reliable answers. Everyday issues. Every day, we deal with everyday obstacles that need us to be mentally resilient. For instance, whenever you are doing puzzles, going through a book, or attempting a brand new pastime, you need to be engaged and have mental resilience. Even though everyday life may not need high quantities of mental resilience is going to permit you to much better delight in and be successful in your life. Emotional resilience. I'm sorry. Probably among the toughest kinds of resilience to learn is emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is your capability to take difficulties and discover favorable outlooks in grim situations. Emotional resilience is actually linked, to emotional intelligence, emotional awareness, determination, and optimism. Major life issues. Emotional resilience is a crucial method to deal with significant life issues like a divorce, getting fired, or death in the family. It permits us to comprehend our feelings, however, likewise comprehend that it is going to improve gradually. Without emotional resilience, significant life issues can quickly feel exhaustive and frustrating. Short-term issues. Typically, we find ourselves upset whenever somebody does not how we believe they ought to. This produces short-term issues that need emotional resilience. Emotional resilience enables us to comprehend that the issue is just to comprehend that the issue is just short-term. Deal with our feelings in a healthy manner and prepare our feelings for the following time when we're in a comparable circumstances. Everyday issues. Daily emotional resilience is utilized to assist us to envision, dream, and produce the life we deserve. We typically assess our lives through writing, walking, or making art. Emotional resilience is crucial to assisting us in comprehending our emotions and reflections. Physical resilience. I don't know why I did that. Physical resilience is our body's capability to deal with and conquer physical obstacles, preserve endurance, and recuperate whenever hurt. Physical resilience may be essential if you have a significant life-altering injury or find yourself in a dangerous scenario. Major life issues. It is essential to be physically resilient whenever you have a life-altering injury, like a vehicle accident or a spinal surgical treatment. After these injuries, it is going to require much to recuperate to your initial state, if whatsoever. Your capability to keep moving, resolve the discomfort, and get stronger is an instance of physical resilience. Short-term issues. Short-term issues that need physical resilience consist of things such as marathon sports or trekking. These circumstances need physical resilience. However, you frequently willingly put yourself in these circumstances. With that being stated, there are likewise situational issues that you have no control over, like domestic violence. In these scenarios, you require physical resilience so as to carry out your finest under short-term pressure. Daily issues. Daily, we have to be physically resilient. From walks to obtaining a good night's sleep, physical resilience enables us to remain pleased and healthy. Healthy eating, working out every day, and sleeping well are all components of physical resilience. Unlike the two previous kinds of resilience, physical resilience is physically taxing and physically agonizing. It is going to be simpler to see the outcome of physical resilience, however. Furthermore, mental and emotional resilience may affect your physical resilience. For instance, imagine that you remain in a bad automobile accident and have to go through comprehensive physical treatment. If you are not mentally and emotionally resilient, it is going to be harder to be physically resilient, and overcome the discomfort. Community resilience. The final kind of resilience is distinct from the other three kinds. The initial three kinds of resilience are about one's capability to be resilient to various scenarios. Community resilience, however, is about a community's capability to be resilient and react to negative scenarios. Community resilience is essential for examples like acts of violence, natural catastrophes, or financial challenges. Even though community resilience is extremely essential, we are not going to concentrate on community resilience in this book. Rather, We are going to concentrate on the initial 3 types of resilience because they are what you have control. Oh my God, you can't see. Because they are what you have control over. Yes. How to use different kinds of resilience. Let's take a look at the demanding circumstances and talk about how every kind of resilience would or would not assist the circumstance. Take, for example, that you have currently lost your job and do not know where you are going to earn money. Mental resilience. Psychological resilience is necessary when you lose your job. It is going to enable you to both gain from your errors and plan or come up with ideas for brand new job leads. To put it simply, it assists you to think your way out of the issue. Emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is essential when you lose your job. When you lose your job as well. Losing your job may be a blow to your self-confidence, triggering you to feel insufficient and inept. Emotional resilience enables you to analyze those emotions and see the good. Simply put, it stops your feelings from getting the upper hand. Physical resilience. Physical resilience might assist you when you lose your job. If you are discovering that getting fired is incredibly tough for you mentally and emotionally, you ought to utilize your physical resilience to balance out those sensations. You may jog, go to the fitness center, or eat well so as to fight those feelings of insufficiency and stress. This circumstance demonstrates that you might have to utilize more than one, if not all kinds of resilience to fight unfavorable circumstances. Okay, guys, so that was the end of chapter 2, and I'm going to end it here. Basically, just to summarize, it's the first 2 chapters are basically just getting you comfortable with understanding what resilience is, understanding that it's okay if you don't feel like you're the most resilient person right now. It's a marathon, not a race. So as long as you're willing to do the work, and as long as you're active in your journey, active, in tune with yourself, then you can become resilient. You know what I mean? And not only can you become resilient, but you can better help yourself. You can use your resilience to help you better get through life hardships. So like I said, my dad handed me this book, and I grabbed it, and I said, fuck it, I'm gonna read it, because I knew before I knew, like, I needed some resilience training, because life is hard, and life's difficulties, life's hardships can start to weigh you down. So I definitely took advantage of this book and took advantage of just learning information. Sometimes all the change you need is just learning information. So just understanding that I'm not alone. Other people go through these things, and honestly, maybe my situation is just short-term issues. You know what I mean? Or maybe and other people are going through major life issues. So if they can handle it and they can wake up every day and figure it out and get through the day, and then so can I, and so can you. You know what I mean? So hopefully, me reading you these chapters help, and hopefully you guys. I'm sorry. Hopefully you guys will continue to watch as I read the other chapters. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good night.